Oh, and I'm back, and I just remembered that if you actually, on the last game, the original, if you ask him about Bourne's Head Hill and say you want to go, um, he says, how do you make it? George goes, oh, I'll walk, and he goes, just watch out for the bandits and the and the dogs, the wild dogs. And he goes, and the ghosts and the vultures and all that. And it's actually a pretty funny conversation, but unfortunately it's not on this one. So let's continue.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain. Only 50 of your Yankee bucks.
50, huh? No, I think I'll be hanging around the village for a while yet.
As you desire.
Hello again, Ultar.
Doesn't work.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain.
50, huh?
Let's see if it works this time.
No, I think I'll be hanging around.
No.
As
Hello again, Ultar.
Pray.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain. Only 50 of your Yankee bucks.
50, huh?
So it doesn't do the funny bit that I thought it would do if you do it in a different order, like showing the money instead of actually clicking on the icon of the Bull's Head Hill. So let's say yes.
Okay, it's a deal. Here's the cash.
Ah, most splendid. As you say, the cash price moolah is correct. Mister, we make with haste.
Where exactly is your taxi? Because the only vehicle I can see around here is an aging army surplus truck.
Yes?
Ah. Okay, I'll be along in a minute. It didn't seem right to take off with the toilet keys, so I left them on the bar. Ultar was standing around at a loose end. I had a feeling that something was wrong. Again. Hello again, Ultar.
His most splendid and adventurous client.
That's your taxi?
Oh, yes, most assuredly. Most entirely splendid taxi in all Marib.
It looks like an old army truck to me.
Bah! You Americans with your checkerboard caps and your Judd Hershes. You have lost sight of what a taxi should truly be.
About 4 tons by the look of it.
There, you have hit the nail in the nutshell.
Okay already, let's go.
Regrettably not, most esteemed fair. There is a minor problem of a tiny nature. The fan belt has taken it upon itself to break.
So, what are you gonna do?
What can I do? I must wait for a ride to the garage for a replacement.
How long is that gonna take?
1 day, maybe 6.
I can't wait that long. We gotta get moving.
But how, my friend?
I'll think of something.
Let's show them the tower. It's the only thing we can do.
Is this any use to you?
My friend, the very thing, yes.
Ultar took the towel from me, cut it in 2 lengthways, and gave me half back. With his half, he did the kind of fan belt replacement that's normally done with stockings.
Now, if I knot the ends together, so... Serviceable, yes? Very serviceable indeed.
Stockings might work on a Bentley, but on a truck, the coarse toweling did the job nicely.
Come along, my friend. You want to see the bull's head? Yes?
Okay, so we're here at Bull's Head. Let's save the game, shall we? We can't go back, but you can. Let's look at this crack.
Centuries of hot days and cold nights had opened a crack in the cliff edge, deep into the living rock. I could see that crack would make a good anchor point. I could see that a young tree grew at the edge of the drop. I'd damaged that tree enough for one day. A young tree grew at the edge of the drop. It was the roller towel from the club washroom, now cut in half along its length by Ultar.
No, can't do it. Let's try. If you can, let's try combining this with a stick.
With a flourish, I tied the end of the towel to the stick with a textbook reef knot. I was now in possession of the patented Stobart stick towel. If I could only think of a use for it.
Well, we have a use for it. Remember this crack? If I can actually use it and put it on properly.
I could see that crack would make a good anchor point. Well, that looked really safe. But I had no choice. I hadn't anticipated going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria.
You can't click on it to go back up. Normally it says something quite funny.
This country sure was beautiful. I'd have to visit again sometime when I wasn't in such a hurry. Down below, I could see the top of Ultar's soft-top truck. It seemed a hell of a long way down. This country sure... Down below, it seemed a hell...
Okay, so... He normally says you've got that go on, jump, it'll be fun feeling. And if you manage to land the truck, you might even survive it. If you've been a little bit younger and a whole bunch more stupid, he might have gone for it. But they've taken it out of this. Come on, in your own time.
Close up, the niche looked somehow artificial. I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there. But hey, what the heck? I was only risking mutilation. No blade took my hand off at the wrist, and no scorpion stung me, for which I was very grateful. But there was something in there. A metal ring, as wide as my hand.
They took that line from Record Store 3, when you're... Remember in the sewers in Montfaucon, with that door? And in number 3, you put your hand in, he says something along those lines, but in that case, there's nothing in there.
I took a firm hold of the ring. I tried not to think of death traps, and pulled. Whoa there! The ring had done the trick, all right. Around the corner, I found the corpse. Oh my God. Klausner? Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start up again. Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died. I couldn't help but notice faint, bloody finger marks on the rock, as if somebody had tried to claw their way out.
Okay, so we're trapped in here. So I'm going to save the game, as I don't really want to die in the next bit, because there is a point where you can die.
I couldn't see any marks of violence, apart from his fingertips being scraped raw, and that seemed self-inflicted. Klausner had been pretty smart to get this far, but he was still dead. The pocket was empty. The smell of the corpse reminded me of something. It was my favorite brie back in Paris. I've done more fun things in my life than searching a corpse, but as my life expectancy wasn't great, I figured I should try every new challenge that came my way. I cautiously flicked open the jacket. A leather pouch was tucked behind Klausner's body. Hey, what's this? I'd found some kind of lens. A very old lens made from a very hard glass. That settled it. The knight on the manuscript had been holding a lens the whole time, not a crystal ball. There was nothing else in the pouch. Bullwhips might be handy for exploring ancient ruins, but they're no use when you're trapped in a cave. Klausner clearly fancied himself as a latter-day Indiana Jones. Klausner was dead, all right. I searched the corpse. No portable phone, no demolition charges, no 5-course meal. You'd think international conspirators would go around better equipped. Klausner was dead, all right. I'd searched Klausner once. There was nothing on his body. Whatever had been in the bottle had been drunk. Klausner must have died of thirst and dehydration.
Okay, nothing else on there, but let's have a look at this.
A stone head bearing 3 bearded faces. It was a strange image, but a powerful one, redolent with antiquity and ancient mysteries. I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it. I couldn't take the inscription with me. All I could do was stare at it and try to memorize it. In occidenta sita est, in ora mundi. Okay, that would have to do. The mouth's opening. It must be Ultar. My God, if he comes in, we'll both be trapped. Ultar, don't come in! It's a trap! Stay where you are! You!
Hello, Mr. Stobart. We meet in the most unusual places. Please, do not make any sudden moves. I have no desire to maim you.
Did you say maim?
I did. Dead men tell no tales, as you say. And I want to hear everything that you have to tell me.
And what if I don't want to talk?
Then I shall, most regrettably, have to kill you. Rest assured, however, that I am an excellent shot. You would not suffer.
Oh, that's good. Believe me, I'm really assured.
It is rather dark in here. I think we should conduct our business outside.
Why should I make myself an easier target?
If I fire at you, Mr. Stobart, I shall hit you even in here. But unfortunately, my marksmanship will suffer. It could be the difference between hitting you in the leg or the groin.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
No sudden moves, Mr. Stobart. Now then, where shall we start?
How about being bosom buddies and you putting that gun away?
Klausner, do you know where he is?
I'm going to be honest in this occasion.
Yep, he's dead. Just around the corner of the cave. You want to look?
I'll take your word for it. How did he die?
Starvation or dehydration by the look of it.
He was caught in this trap you were shouting about. Yes, I suspected as much. The Templars were not ones to give away their secrets lightly. Was he carrying anything of importance?
Yeah, he was carrying some sort of lens. I've got it with me.
Give it to me.
I don't think so.
Don't be a fool, Mr. Stobart.
If I give it to you, what's to stop you killing me?
What is to stop me killing you anyway?
You might hit the lens.
Not if I shoot you in the head.
When I fall, the lens might get broken.
Yes. You plead convincingly, Mr. Stobart. Perhaps you'll live to see another day. Perhaps. Was there anything else?
Well, there is something, I guess, but you can't move it.
Yes? What is it?
It's a treasure map. Yeah, X marks the spot.
Come now. Do you expect me to believe that?
Yeah, okay. You caught me. But round the corner, there is something in Latin up on the wall.
Latin? Do you remember it, Mr. Stobart?
In accidenta cita est, in ora mundi.
Ah, the words of Caesar. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, I know that roughly it means to the west, to the edge of the world. But what the heck is that about?
It tells me where the sword of Baphomet lies. Mr. Stobart, I am sure that you are just what you appear to be. A gifted amateur.
Thanks, I think.
But I can no longer tolerate your interference. There is far more at stake than you realize.
So what are you gonna do?
I regret that we must end this here and now. Your only choice now is whether you die like a man or like a dog.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll take my medicine.
You are an honorable man, Mr. Stobart, a rare breed. I should like to shake your hand.
Yeah. Well, what the heck? Luckily, the canopy on Ultar's truck broke my fall.
Thank goodness for that.
The worst part of the experience was Ultar's driving.
What about the lens? Is it still in one piece?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's good to see you again, Josh.
Really? Well, I have to say, I'd have enjoyed Syria a lot more if you'd been there.
I wouldn't have been much help. Anyway, you did just fine on your own.
Have you any idea what this lens might be used for?
As a magnifying glass, obviously.
Is there something going on between you and Labano?
What business is it of yours? We agreed all this. The clown, the Templars, strictly business, remember?
Yeah, but...
So get off my case.
No. I'd better get back to the quest.
Let's see if we go and talk to Sergeant Moo.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
That is not a good idea.
Okay,
See you later, Sergeant.
actually,
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Maybe not. See you later, Sergeant.
Hello, George.
I brought you a present from Syria.
Oh, George, you shouldn't have bothered. What is it?
This.
A necklace. It's rather heavy.
Ethnic craftsmanship at its most rustic.
Oh, of course, I love it.
You do?
It will always remind me of you.
ha! You actually give it to her. Ha! That's funny.
Hey, Nico, shake hands with me.
No chance, Buster.
Just how long have you known Labano?
Andre? We met at college. He helped me out when I was a fresher. Showed me around, that sort of thing.
You never told me that before. I thought he was just a working acquaintance.
So he is. I rarely see him these days. You know, he hasn't changed much. A little lesser at the front, perhaps. I'd forgotten how much fun he could be.
Okay, nothing more to do here.
I'd better get back to the quest.
Oh, no. We're going to go to the Crew Museum first. And we're going to carry on do the first part of when you go to the other part of Spain. When you go to the De Vasconcelos family's place or wherever it is. But we're just going to talk to some people first. And I'm going to end this video and move on to the next video.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes. What is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin. In accidenta cita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map. That is not a good idea.
So you can't ask him about it.
No way. I'd like to shake you by the hand, Andre.
Not now, Georgie.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Before we go to Spain, we're going to go and do the bit in the church. No, I don't want to go back there. And we're going to go and do it as part of this video. In this video, in this session, and the Spain next bit will include this session as well. I'm not going to do it on a new session because then it's done. I don't have to worry about it, and it'll get things moving.
I think he suspected me of being the mysterious Sewer Jacques, and the last thing I needed at the moment was to be arrested for crimes against public sanitation. I think he suspected, and the...
Okay, so you can't talk to him.
A priest stood by the pews, energetically polishing something. Excuse me, Father.
Pardon?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
How long have you worked here?
Hardly work, monsieur. This is a calling. I have been helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
Just a little.
You've got quite a shine on that candlestick.
Ah, oui. Anything less than best would be an insult to the Almighty.
I guess so. I never thought of it like that. What do you know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place, if that is your interest. Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of mammon, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
Is the right-hand window original?
Oui, monsieur.
I was in Ireland recently, and I brought back this plaster.
My sister brought back a chalet.
I thought about using the shake and shock on him, but I couldn't do that to a priest. There's grease paint on this tissue.
Oui, you are correct.
Have you seen this man before?
No, I have never seen him before.
I have here a sewer key.
Ah, oui?
Have you ever seen anything like this lens?
No, never. The glass seems subtly colored in some way.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before. No. What do you think of this?
A precious sleeve and valve? What should I think?
Never mind. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
It was the lens that I'd found on Klausner's body. It was Nico's photograph of the man we suspected of killing Plantar. It was the shake and shock buzzer I'd been given by the man in the costume shop.
Okay, so we're near the end of this video on this session, so I'm just going to do this bit because then at least it's done.
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove. Per disciplinum meum lux videbus. Hey! The distortions came sharply into focus. It was a Knight Templar burning at the stake. And below him a date in Roman numerals. A Knight Templar burning at the stake. And a date. Let me see. MCCC XIV. That's 1314. Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
Do you speak Latin?
You ask this of a priest?
Okay. Can you tell me what per disciplinum meum lux videbus means?
Let me see. That would be, by my teachings, you will see the light. I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Did you know that the center window conceals an image of a man burning at the stake?
The burning man?
What, you knew?
That there was a hidden image? No. But the church has a reputation for being haunted. Many times, people have claimed to have seen a burning man in the window. But when others they look, there is nothing. Perhaps the light has to be just so for the figure to appear.
Yeah, or maybe you need a special lens. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Per disciplinum meum lux videbus. A Knight Templar burning at the... Let me see. 1314.
Okay, now let's go and tell Nico this, shall we? As that's quite a hefty fine we've just found. And then we can end this video.
I solved another puzzle.
You did?
Well, I guess I did.
Well, what was it? What's the answer?
1314.
What does that mean?
It was the date when Jacques de Molay was burned, wasn't it?
Of course.
The answer was hidden in a stained glass window. When I looked through the lens, the picture changed. It became a man surrounded by flames.
It seems to me the answers to the Templar puzzles are as cryptic as the clues. Sometimes I wonder if the manuscript isn't an elaborate joke.
The Knights Templar weren't the kind of people to play jokes, were they? I'd better get back to the quest. Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Okay,
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
so I'm going to go and I'm just going to save the game here. And when we come back, we will be on the map screen. It'll only be a set. It'll be well in a minute for me, and just in a few short seconds for you guys. So I'll be right back.